The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hello and welcome to GameShift. Tonight we have Dead Alliance, Town of Light, The Long Dark, Embers of Miram, Path of Exile, and Space Cats. Join us. So we got a lot tonight.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. So
Not like
let's
last
get
week.
started.
So,
Dead Alliance.
Dead Alliance is first. Maximum Games makes this. It's okay. My rating 5 phalanges right off the bat. 5 phalanges.
Bloody miracle. He gave something less than an 8.
I know. Playing it,
First
I
up,
mean,
we have the
it's
pan
just
grenade. This little
too
puppy
much.
will
Yeah,
like
Like
it looks very pretty.
it is. It's nice looking. You have there's different take on it, so you can like actually throw these things at the zombies. And for some reason, when you throw these little canisters at the zombies, they say, "Oh, I'm on your side now," and they attack any other living guy that's not on your team. Why? No zombie would be able to do that. But anyway, it's a unique take on it. I like that they're trying something new. But I mean,
Gameplay-wise,
gameplay, it's a little jerky. It's a little difficult to like move around, go through the buildings, because a lot of the times you have to go through tight corners.
Yep.
You get stuck there sometimes. But so the controls are a little off. It's not bad, but this is also just a beta.
Yep.
So I'm basing everything off of this beta because it looks almost finished.
Yep.
Maybe they'll do some tweaks with that. The problem is you get all these weapons, and then to use them and to they work for the most part, but like
for the most
it's
part.
a lot. It's a lot to take in. Like look at all
Yep.
these different
they're
things they're
definitely-
showing you. Oh, this will attract the zombie. Then you can throw your thing at them. Then more zombies will be on your team, and then more zombies will attack them. And then when you get in the heat of battle, it's very difficult to figure out
Yep.
what is going on in the first place.
How easy is it to swap between the weapons?
It's okay. It's one
it's
button
okay.
click. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a button click, but you have to cycle through, or you can figure it out on your directional
Yep.
pad to hit one of 4 weapons. So, yeah, it's not great.
Gotcha.
So,
Looks like it's multiplayer.
It's multiplayer.
Yep.
I think it's just a basic control system, basic combat.
Yep.
So everything about it. That's why I give it 5. It's average.
Yeah.
It's nothing above average. It's like, hey, let's just, and it's based off of another game that I can't remember the name of, but they did something very similar.
Okay.
I think this game might be available, might have been available on the phone at one time for some reason. So it's one of the, sometimes you get an Xbox game that's like a phone game, and I'm like, why
Yep.
put that? Like, actually, but some of the good games that come from the phone, Fallout Shelter,
Yep.
came on the console, which
Yep.
I'll play more on there, so.
That's an addicting game.
It works. If you like it, if you want to just jump in, jump out once in a while, you'll
Yep.
have a little bit of fun with it, but I think it'll wear out pretty quickly with, you
Yeah.
got Call of Duty and stuff like that you can play the zombie modes, and I think they're way more fun than this.
Yes.
So, and faster. It looks like you're kind of just walking.
Yeah.
It's not quick.
No, there's little jerks here and there. It looks like.
Yeah, you can see.
Little bit of
The
stutter.
idea is nice. I think if someone could work it out where the weapons are easier, maybe like aiming too. Like I have a lot of trouble shooting the zombies right now. You can really take the zombies out
Yep.
pretty quick if you can line them up in your sights. But that's a little jerky as well. So distant shots are kind of hard.
Yep.
Zombies got to be running up to you to get them.
It's generally not what you want to have.
Right.
happen.
And then you can kill the other group, but to get through the zombies to the other group, that's another person on the other team who just killed me.
Congratulations.
So I couldn't
No,
hit
great
him.
jockey
I
died.
couldn't hit him. I'm like lining them right in my sights, like.
Yeah.
I didn't hit him.
Oh well.
Now you can see the green and red zombies are going after dead people.
Yep. Well, they're hungry. They need to eat.
I know. One of them has a floaty on his arm,
Aw.
like he
poor
was
zombie.
swimming when the zombie apocalypse happened.
Well,
Help me!
they were
Drowning.
swimming. No big deal.
Look at him just disappearing.
Yep. So 5 phalanges.
5
Meh.
phalanges, basic game, yeah.
Gotcha.
And then you'll see, like, I think right here I might get into tight corners. So,
You get stuck.
yeah, I'm kind of hobbling along. You can tell the maps are... I'd rather have it where you come into the game and you're with your buddies and you could use more of a team. Sometimes you know, all of a sudden you'll see your friend and then you run with them.
Aims
So,
for 6 seconds, misses the zombie.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
strange.
Bill.
Yeah, that's me. No, but I mean, usually I can hit them, like
Yeah.
Call of Duty and stuff like that. I can hit those zombies from a big distance. Sniper rifles,
Yep.
difficult to use in this game as well.
Gotcha.
I just think it's a control thing.
Gotcha.
Really. They could do more.
Okay. Fair enough.
Next, we have Town
of Light.
Town of Light. Yes, and this is this surprised me because I didn't know what this game was until like this is obviously just a demo.
Yep.
But the game is out. You could get it. I mean, it looks like
Again, very pretty.
It looks like a Resident Evil type game.
Yep.
And you're just trying to figure out what's going on. I guess
wheelchair.
I was walking. You start out and you walk into this asylum and it's all torn down and stuff like that. And
I don't know why you need a wheelchair, but okay.
right, yeah. So everything has a purpose here. So yeah, I need the wheelchair for a specific reason. You'll see there's a doll, and I have to get the doll into the light because the doll's too cold. You don't want the doll to be cold. It's a very
Weird.
strange game, but this is actually based on true events, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know how it's going to work out, but it would be very interesting to see.
Anybody who's got a doll who's too cold,
Yeah, look.
there's your guy.
So now I just put the doll into the light, and the doll is happy.
The light, the warmth.
Doesn't look like a happy doll.
No, it
kinda
doesn't
looks
look like a happy doll
I think
at
that
all.
doll's going to come back to haunt me later. But I want to know the story.
It's
like
pre-Chucky.
it does keep you like,
Now
you know, hey, what's going to happen next? What's going on here? Why did I have to do this? You know, and it's interesting.
Yep.
all
And it
began
plays out
with
really well. Like, you
observation.
know,
Okay.
it doesn't tell you what to do. It's just like, hey, you got to get the doll
Yep.
into the light. How do you do it? You can't carry her and put her in there. She'll fall over. You need the wheelchair to balance her on. You got to take the elevator up. You got to put the wheelchair on the elevator. It's a lot of redundancy,
Yep.
but interesting. And it's she's talking to herself the whole time. You're supposed to be like a patient of this hospital.
And you're
in
talking
the
to yourself
past.
the whole time.
So yeah, you're gonna run into some personal issues
Hey.
probably. The door's locked.
Already there. No qualms.
But the graphics are good.
Yep, it does look pretty.
You got just a good environment to start working with. There I go. I'm in the next part.
Oh, right.
It's scary when this stuff happens too. It's like a locker's closing and some of the Resident Evils or whatever,
Yep.
doors slamming. And then the hall just keeps getting longer.
Isn't that how it's supposed to work?
Yeah. And it is scary. I mean, if you play it in the dark, you're like, wow, what the heck was that?
Yep. Floor's missing.
This is weird.
Okay.
I have no idea what's
How's the
going on
floor?
here. But I want to figure it out. Like,
Yep.
I might have to figure out a way to get this game and play it through.
Okay, you are
Nice story.
hallucinogenic or something.
I
don't
know,
what's going
exactly.
on.
I don't know what's going
Wow.
on, why she would be seeing the world like this, or why she would be walking down these weird hallways and going on
Yeah.
the walls and ceilings. And
Interesting place.
yeah, and I thought, you know, then you think it's a regular corner and you fall back on the floor. So yeah, this is interesting game.
Yep.
Good. So I gave it an 8.
Eh, fair enough.
8's decent for this type of game, I think. And, you know, I like the horror type games.
Yep.
So I love Resident Evil. You know, all the other type of games you play in the dark and you're frightened.
Jump scares?
Yeah, they're coming up, but I haven't seen any
Okay.
real jump scares yet. The
Gotcha.
locker part, where the doors
Yep.
when they were slamming, that was kind of a surprise at first. So
Okay.
I did jump a little bit there. Now I'm figuring out I don't know what this is. Just walk towards
Walk towards
the
the light, Caroline.
I was 16 years old.
You can do it.
It's a slow moving game, but the suspense will kill you.
Fear that
Not sure if that's a good kill or a bad kill.
I needed
It also has like you know, full motion video type stuff, cut scenes. So, I mean, it's a pretty good game.
Yep.
Worth the
A few dollars.
worth a few dollars
Okay.
to be in there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a cutscene there, but that's not
Yeah.
the cutscenes are somewhat moving and have people in them and stuff like that as well. So yeah, then we have The Long Dark.
Yeah, Long Dark. Finally, after almost 3 years of beta, is finally full release. 1.0 just came out Tuesday. Full story mode. Episode 1 is called Wintermute, and these are the cutscenes for it, explaining what is going on. You are Will Mackenzie, this gentleman right here, and you get a job to take funnily enough, your ex-wife, Astrid, to a place up north for a medical thing she's got to do.
Huh.
And I'll let the cinematic speak for itself, but the graphics are very much like this. It's very watercolor. It's very stylized. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm into the game about 2 hours right now, and the story is very good. They've done a wonderful job, and kudos to them. This started off as a Kickstarter project by a Canadian company who wanted to kind of show the northern reaches of Canada as a game and what it could look like. And they've done a tremendous job with it. It's wonderful. It's actually been optioned into a movie now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so Long Dark is, and I think it's the director of Resident Evil
Really?
who's picked it up.
Well,
So
this game is definitely well deserving of a movie because just
The
playing
story,
the
yeah.
multiplayer mode without the story, I was
the
like,
sandbox
this could
mode
be
has
awesome.
has been great. But the first 4 days in the game, first 4 game days, is essentially a tutorial teaching you the basics of the game, setting up a fire, how to get food, how to cook the food, how to melt the snow, all the real silly basic stuff on how to do this stuff. And a lot of the stuff in the sandbox version is different than it is in the actual gameplay.
Okay.
So there are some play mechanics that changed, which is freaking a lot of the people out because they're going to do stuff that they used to do, and it doesn't work that way
Yeah.
anymore, and they're panicking, which is
Oh,
fun to
boy.
watch. But this whole story they've been building it up, and it is gorgeous. They've
I'm
done
glad
a wonderful
they took
job.
the time with it. I mean,
They took their time. They pushed real hard. They actually set the initial release date back several months
Yeah.
to get this done. There's that case that everything seems to center around, and it goes from there. I've given this a 9 phalange, so
well deserving.
yeah, very
I
much
mean,
thumbs up.
And they postponed the game a couple times
They
just because
did.
they were like, it's not ready. And I have nothing but respect when,
Yep.
when companies do that because
Yeah, if you're gonna put out
you
a
get
game,
a good finished product.
Put it out as well done as you can. If you've got to delay it, so be it,
Yeah.
rather than rush it and, oh, it doesn't work. Yeah, no, I don't want that.
We as consumers get upset, but we
Very
we
upset.
appreciate the full game when it's
Yes.
done more.
If you got in early on this, you were able to get it for $19.99 and occasionally on sale for as low as $10.
Yeah.
Now it's a full version. It's $39.99 and it's still absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
In the sandbox alone, I've got 268 hours in this game since I picked it up. And right now, like I said, I'm 2 hours into the actual story, and I'm having a ball with it.
Yeah, I didn't see it failing at all. I was
No.
like, this is going to be a great game when it's
Yep.
released.
For those who have no clue, you, again, are a bush pilot. You're bringing this woman up into the northern Canadian wilderness. There's a mysterious event that happens. You lose all power on the plane, and it crashes. In the sandbox mode, everyone else in the world is dead. In the story mode, not so much.
Okay.
We finally have some NPCs, and the interactions are strange.
Yeah, they could be
They're
probably good or bad.
really well done, but it makes you stop and think about what you're doing in the game for a bit. It's like, okay, do I steal this old lady's food and risk being shot by her, or do I try and help her out? I'd recommend probably helping her out initially.
Yeah,
Um,
gain some respect
Yep.
in the world.
But there's a lot of back and forth between Will and Astrid here, talking about someone they've lost. So that mystery still exists. I think I know who it is, but I'm going to let you guys find for yourself. No spoilers here. But yeah, absolutely well done game. The video style that they've chosen, this watercolor effect, is absolutely wonderful, and I'm seeing more and more developers use a style similar to this
Right.
now. So it's caught on, and they've done an amazing job. It's survival and done really, really well. There's so many survival games out there, but this one's nailed it.
Yeah, this one's at the top of my list.
Absolutely. There are some great ones, and this is just top end. It's almost the end of the cinematic. Hopefully you've been following along, but just another minute or so here, and we'll see what happens to the plane and what actually goes on.
Sounds legit.
I don't
Just let it
question
speak
your
for
life
itself.
choices, Mackenzie. Plenty of things you could be doing besides hanging out in your dad's old plane and drinking in the daytime.
Hey, we had a lot of good times in this plane. And it's under control.
I know, okay? I'm not here to fight, really.
Oh, you'll see it.
I think about him all the time,
I know you do.
But I did. The choice I made. I did it for us.
You don't have to. Let's just not.
It's important that you hear this. There's things I need to
Rub it
say.
out.
No, I can see it starting to happen in the background.
All right.
Shut up for a second. Something's wrong.
Lights.
Yeah. Very lights.
That is not good.
Very dead lights in the plane now.
Power's gone. The whole electrical system looks fried.
Shit! What's happening?
No power means we're going down. Hold tight.
Yeah, the style's awesome.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, the long dark. Off to Embers of Miram.
Yep, and so another platformer,
Yep.
but there's a different take on this type of platformer. So you take the form of this cat, but you'll see, at the beginning, it's two cats, and
Yep.
they're two separate powers with their embers. So now I can fly independently with both my analog sticks, both cats.
That's not confusing at all.
Right. It's so difficult, but it's actually pretty fun. And you have to hit those or your cat will like form back into itself and drop in and you'll die. So sometimes if you don't make it, it sends you back to that last point because this is just basically the beginning of the game. I'm just getting used to it. But when you get used to it, when you start playing, it's such a challenge that it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
So I mean, it's a great game. The way it works is unbelievable. Like it's just like, I think they were like, what could we do with both of the analog sticks,
Yep.
And they figured this out. And you can also hover across. You just saw me glide down, do stuff like that. Boss battles in this game.
Yep.
Interesting level layouts. They definitely mapped it out well. And when you have to use the two sticks, you could just mess up so bad.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I have enough coordination problems using one stick if I'm using
Yeah.
a controller on the PC. Forget it.
Here's a boss, and that too, even in the boss battles, every once in a while you have to use the two analog sticks to fight. So I have to use both my analog sticks to guide these two around those mines and get to the top, hit the two triggers, and then hit the guy. It's so difficult, but it's worth it. It's just fun. So I actually gave this a 9
Yep.
because it's just so much fun. I like it a lot. You can see I got to get around
Can
those.
he do
I
it?
got to hit that. Then the guy toggles down. Then I can
Yay.
hit him. Once.
Once. And it reforms, and you got to do it all over
Yeah,
again.
exactly. And the mines go a little faster. They
Yep.
stop moving faster. There's my shield coming down. You can gain different powers in the game, stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot to it. There's a lot going on the screen at one time, too.
Yeah.
And when you have to use both analog sticks to guide both of those things, it gets pretty difficult.
I don't doubt it.
You can see I'm having a lot of trouble, but
Yep. Analog sticks is just frustrating.
it's definitely a different take on a game. And,
Yep.
just that they had the insight to use
If you're
that.
ambidextrous, hey.
Yeah.
Good for
You'd
you.
be great at this game.
If you're not, good luck.
So I mean, you got big battles like this throughout the game. That makes it a lot of fun. And then you have the break up to fight a boss. Then you go on to another level that's uniquely designed again.
Yep.
And it just turns into a barrel of fun.
Fair enough.
You get a little story. There's like CG
Yep.
cinematic stuff like that. Good stuff going on.
Yeah, there's some great platformers out there. Just
Grinding Gear Games makes
Yep.
this one. My favorite platformer ever is Ori still. You hear that too much.
That's okay. Oh, he froze.
No, I think I got hit and had to
Oh,
start
okay.
over.
Gotcha. Aw. Not again.
I don't have to start completely over though. It'll take it from the last hit.
Oh, that's good.
Come on, hit those buttons. There we go.
Hey,
I'm getting
he
there.
did it. He's getting better, folks.
Meow. I don't know what other games they make, but I know Grinding Gear Games. I've heard of them before. They made another awesome game. I can't remember
Yep.
what it was. But this one's one of the better ones.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna try it.
Yep.
See if I beat him here.
Can he do it, folks?
think.
Can he? I think, therefore, it hurts.
It's all thumbs. All
There's a
thumbs.
sales model for your game. All thumbs.
You should have advertised this that way. This game uses your thumbs like never before. One more, come on.
No attempts.
We got a lot of cats in this episode.
We
got
do.
This one, and then our next one. See, I got it. I think I'm gonna kill him now.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey.
And I absorb that, and then
Yep.
I think I get a new power here. Yeah, power of corruption.
Ooh.
So then
Path
we
of
have,
Exile?
Path of Exile. This is basically a
Diablo clone.
Diablo clone.
Yep.
I believe it's out for the PC now, but I
Mhm.
could be wrong. So basically, you check these chests. You might get like a club. You might get like armor.
Yep.
And you can, expand your character's collection that way and suit up and be ready for battle.
Yep.
I had some magic going on, so you can see your man is that little blue line. Your life is the red.
Yep. Very
Pretty
Diablo-esque.
similar, yeah. And then, you talk to these people. They're going to give you missions, and you go out on missions. This is actually a more difficult part of the game because the first part wasn't. It was just a couple people that were like, you wash up in the ocean, and you guys there telling you just follow the smoke. And then I went that way, and this is where I ended up.
Yep.
So you don't even know what happened yet. You're just out of the loop right now.
Gotcha.
Talking to everybody, meeting them again because I think your memory's wiped.
The quest for more stuff.
Yes. So I got a couple pieces of armor. I've got a stick that I found on the ocean near the
Stick you
ocean.
can beat people with.
Yep. And I put my magic onto that stick, but it really isn't that powerful a weapon.
It's just a stick, so.
I've got a hatchet, a stick, and a bigger stick. 'Cause that's all I found so far. I think one of those people would have said, "Would you need a sword?" I bet yes,
They'll
I
probably
do.
charge you for it.
I could fight off all the bad guys. I'm the main character in the story. Obviously, I'm going to beat the baddies.
You hope. And you're right on the ocean, it looks like.
And they just told me, "Oh, fire can hurt you, right?" And I've never seen fire in the game yet. Here we go.
Yep.
Hit me with your fire. And this
Good.
is it. You could see, swing, hit.
Yep.
It's again, like I said about Dead Alliance, the pace of the game's off. It feels like.
Yep.
Because Diablo, you'd be moving all over the screen
Oh,
on
yeah.
that. This one, it's like you have to stay right there to hit them because I only have that right now. Maybe in further into the game, I might have
You need some
bow
health,
and
that's for
arrow.
sure.
Yeah, I'll health up. I'm hiding behind that rock.
You're hiding behind a rock.
So yeah, you can health up just by hitting
Yep.
left trigger. I read everything. That's my problem.
It's
I'm trying
okay.
to figure out what's going on in the story, so I'm reading this.
Reading everything is okay the first couple times around. After that, not so much.
Yep.
Once you know what you're doing, you're good.
Hit A. Can't. No, I can't. Yeah. Come on, it's too long. Hit the A.
He's not doing it, folks.
A.
He's not doing it. It's not happening. Trust me on this. Not happening.
Why am I not hitting A? There we go. There we go.
And-
Get out of there.
Yep, okay, good.
Oh my.
More. Ooh, crap.
These crabs. These are new. I never saw those before in the game, so they're coming
They're
after
unhappy.
me. I'm gonna try and run toward the fire and get them in there. I'm thinking I could light my stick on fire somehow, but no.
No.
Look
Beat up
like
on the
I
crab.
did.
There you go.
He's kind of
Good for you.
weak.
Calms Access silence their despair.
Oh, there's a big crab.
Marseilles
Crabs.
fought bravely to the last.
And
This
his
is
health
just
points.
this is just a beta too. So
Okay.
they could improve on the beta. Who knows?
Yep.
Has shown Ray class.
Yeah. So what did I gave it an
You
8.
gave it an 8.
Respectable.
Yep.
It'll be fun. You can play it. I mean, pretty good Diablo clone. So yes.
Lastly, Space Cats.
Space Cats. I did not even rate this because if you're part of the beta program in the Xbox, you get this for free, and it's like
Yep.
it's like an unknown person just developing this
Yeah,
game.
it looks very.
Gersh
unrefined.
Games LLC. The funny thing is if someone took this kid as a programmer and took this game and took it to the next level, it's pretty good as it stands. Like it's a Star Fox clone.
Yep.
But if you took it and put it to the next level, surrounded it with really nice graphics, took the basic, animations that he made, the voice acting's cool. The little screen that comes up with the characters
Yep.
is cool, and he's telling a story. I think he did a very good job on this game, and it deserves some recognition.
Yep.
It's an interesting game, and I've been playing it with these graphics.
Yep.
It's fun. You can see it's got Star Fox written
Yep.
all over it.
Graphics don't necessarily make the game good or bad. It's just all going to be about the gameplay.
And typically, right here, you'd have just that, and you read it. No, there's voice acting saying, "Ha ha ha ha," I've come for you, and
Yep.
then you're space cats.
Meow. Too many cats.
Too many cats. So this is one of those space battles where you got to take out his gun first.
Yep.
They took out his head first, but take out his guns and then the main body, and you're good.
There you go.
But it's funny because it also has like levels that remind me of Star Fox, where you have to go around the beams
Yep.
up and down, and then the lasers start coming. You have to avoid the lasers.
Yep.
So it's an on-track shooter, just like Star Fox.
Good work. I knew you.
There we go.
He talks.
Yep.
I like that. I mean, he did a very good job for this. This is probably his first game.
Yep.
It's awesome. No rating though.
Yep, no
I'm
rating.
I'm not gonna rate it until I see it in a better platform.
Gotcha.
But
All right.
yeah. So next week I'm hoping to have Tacoma. I
Yep.
actually did
It's
have Tacoma.
got issues.
Yeah, I hit A and I can't get past that point. To start
Press A
the
to
game,
start.
press
Okay.
A. Yeah.
Yeah. No, press A to start. No, press A to start. Oh,
I know, and I am.
Yep.
And I'm doing it right. There's
Yeah,
only
so-
one A button.
yeah, no
so-
worries.
Unless they put one underneath on me.
Yeah, who knows?
But anyway, yeah. So I should have some Tacoma next week.
All right. We'll see what we got for next week.
All right. We'll see you next time. Catchphrase.
Something, something, something. Dark side. We'll see you next time.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.